So this is Sunday, March 30th, 2014. I know I have a problem. And I know I'm the only solution to this thing as well. I had a talk with Alan today. Like, I have a job to do, and I really do, and he's not going to take maybe for any kind of answer, and he wants me doing things, and to basically grow up and stop whining like an old boy. But it's not fair to say. It really isn't. Anyway, so I'm just gonna bug people. I'm gonna go to the Catholic Church tonight, see if there's a priest around. Sunday evening mass. Announce myself to him and see who he thinks I should speak to. I'm his risen Christ. I figured it'd be a much snazzier guy too, you know. This is what you got to. And basically, they've been lying about us since the year 360 AD, knowingly lying, fabricating a myth, an idol, a pagan ritual. Anyway, so, these things are very deep in my heart, and I don't like to bring them up unless I'm really going to make some use of them. And so Al is telling me that I should start there and with the police in Toronto. And these things happened. And we'll see. At one time I begged him for relief from the conundrum of who I was listening to, him or my own thoughts or presuppositions, that I am putting words into his mouth in my own mind. I was afraid of doing that, and I didn't want to do that, and I may have even done it once or twice. I don't remember the incident, but I try and stay as clear from that as possible. And some things, it's just like I can't really tell with him. He plays games, and I like playing games too. I really do. But I don't like the ante's way too high for me. I'm not that rich of a guy. I don't want my wives involved in any type of wager. I'll do very best to succeed, and I'm sure we will. It just means I have to look at the fact of being away from Tierney square in the face, admit the truth of it, understanding I have no real grip on the why of it. It's a necessity to begin with, but having faith in both you and Allah that you wouldn't do this for a meager cost. 'cause, I'm old and ugly now, and now, like, I still need kisses, and they gotta be yours. Yeah, I can probably still get kisses. I can for sure could get kisses. Still. Young and pretty girls too. Girls like to laugh and trust the guy they're with. Doesn't take much when a girl's heart, really. Think of what I've done to win yours. You motherfucker, man. If this weren't so crazy, I'd kill you. Understand? This is so totally, literally insane. It's gotta probably be true. Anyway, so I've aged about 100 years in the last few weeks. I thought I had pneumonia, but I don't. I don't know what this is. Well, I do. It's smoking too much drugs, basically. Slow down on that. And so Al and I have been talking about that as well, and you need to understand that, and any amount of time beyond the next second that I have to be away from the two of you, I think is criminal. It's just fucking mean. Anyway. I don't always have to like what he has to say. It's not part of my condition for him to be my God. But it is incumbent upon me to obey whatever he says. Whether I like it, whether I think it's crazy, stupid, or whatever, matters not an iota. So far, it's stood me in fairly good stead. Like, I think if I hadn't proposed that 7 brides question to you at the time, I would have been a lot easier to ignore. Like, you see, like, he's brilliant and he helps me even when I don't deserve it. He just does. I don't know what to say to you. I really love the two of you. I do. And more than just the two of you as well. Like, my love just doesn't end any place. And having the two of you as principal queens, they don't have to. I can express my appreciation of the beauty of different women to both of you and commiserate. Understand, you need never fear losing me. All my relations with women are framed around my relationship with my first 2 wives and the subsequent wives after that. I have no interest whatsoever in one-night stands. Even though it'd be way, way, way more fun than shaking hands with Arthur. So, I'm not faced with you from any moral elevation or at all. I'm just faced with you because it's impossible for me not to be. Yeah. Just literally impossible. I don't think you or Allah really understand how this gets wired up in the inside of a man. Like, anyway, I have to rule this world and make some things happen and get some results happening. And Allah's told me no matter how much I whine, bitch, or complain, that's going to happen before I get to be with you girls. I can see why in the garden, I don't always like what he has to say at all. I sure don't like what he has to say now, but at least he's not saying another 7 years, another 14 years, or some fucking ridiculous thing. All he's saying is produce some results in the consciousness of man that we can see. And, that's a fair ask. You know what I mean? It really is. He's put up with all my bitching and whining and moaning and complaining. And so are the both of you, I get the thoughts that you don't love me, really. I do. If they really loved me, they'd be here kissing me. They would. They like that fucking blog, and you're on there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, loving me, awaiting any kind of communication from me at all, breathless, and rigorous in your fucking marketing scheme. Really ruthless. Anyway, I just want to let you know I'm comfortable this afternoon. I'm getting not okay with missing you. I don't like it, but I'm willing to accommodate it for another while. And this was supposed to be at the end of it. God's deal with me was this March was it. And Mrs. March turned into this March, and he says, well, is it not true you have them? He's a sneaky fuck. You gotta be specific when you understand, or he'll wake you up in your own stupidity. Anyway, so I gotta learn how to negotiate better with him too. So I'm beginning to get the nature of what the game is here. So I have a role to play, and it's my job to play it and do it the very best I possibly can. I have no idea how Allah or you expect that to occur with both of you distrained from us. I really can't understand. It costs me so much energy every day to live without your kiss. You have no idea. You don't understand how the universe, the chi, is set up. The flow of the energy of life gets blocked when you defraud yourself of the truth. I don't see what's wrong with all of us admitting the truth of our marriage now. Jumping in the sack tonight. But I'm just king of kings. I don't run things around here. That's made very clear to me on a few occasions. So I'm lucky to have the problems I have. It's true. I see other people, it really doesn't even matter what age they are, they're lost. They haven't got a clue, they're wandering around utterly fidelity to anything or even wanted any fidelity to anything. It's just like what the Tibetans say, walking corpses, walking ghosts, walking corpses, walking ghosts. Whatever. Anyway, so I can do a really good feeling sorry for myself, as you've seen. You know, and I really didn't want to release that last video, but you know, I'm pretty obedient with Elena these days. So I don't know how this is going to unfold, how long this is going to take. I just know I need you both to know that I'm going to do my very best. Take this as cleanly and as quickly and as fast as humanly fucking possible. I always wondered how he was going to get the wrath of God taken out. Using my idiot slaying from the king. You know, I don't mind how much he piles on, you know, I really don't. I just wish he'd do it while you're in my arms. With you in my arms, this job would be done overnight. Piece of cake. How it's an uphill battle. He says, like breaking like a coon. I gotta do this myself. What's the point of having a God that's always truthful with you? Christ. Anyway, I love you both. Know that. This is your state of the union of our marriage. As told to you by your king. Sunday, March 30th.